are on Apollo Tyres, wherein they foresee a 33% upside and a target of 245 on a 12-month basis. Zydus Wellness as well as the stock that they like. 18% upside is what they're foreseeing on this one. Now, Bharat Ferro, 47% upside and a target price of 158 on a 12-month basis on this one. They also like Aditya Birla Fashion with a 42% upside target and IndusInd Bank with a 36% upside. 1462 is where they foresee the stock is going to be on a 12-month basis.
Okay, remember, we said the next half an hour, starting this minute, is talk of how the demonetization has impacted specific pockets in Tier 2, Tier 3, and talk about how the impact on transport has been. I mean, this is the nerve center of the country, transports, goods. A lot of people have come out and said that the fleets have come to a halt. Supplies are not reaching the right places on the intended pace that they should. And there is a big problem. We thought it best to get in people who are in this industry to tell us what the actual impact is, whether it's as bad, whether it's worse, or whether it's actually not as bad. And that's the call of this first discussion, where we talk to the top truck operators and the associations and try and figure out what's the on-ground scenario. So let's get in two experts to speak about that. Mr. Mahendra Shah, he's Managing Director of VTrans. They are large logistic players in the city of Mumbai. Spread all over India, of course, and then Naveen Kumar Gupta, Secretary General, All India Motor Transport. Both of them join us right now on the show. Good having you. Thanks so much for joining in, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Mr. Gupta, let me start off with you. What's been the experience, the rumors or the talk that we heard when this demonetization move immediately happened was that fleets have come to a halt, supplies are not reaching on time, and there's a big cash crunch to drivers, and therefore there are not enough drivers available as well. What's the real scenario now?
See, at the outset, I would like to submit that All India Motor Transport Congress had welcomed the Honorable Prime Minister's move of demonetization. We are with the Prime Minister and with the country's initiative to tackle the black money problem. But it is not the rumors, it is a fact that the truck industry is coming to an halt. Almost 60% of the fleet is down because of this liquidity crunch. There is no cash available. Whatever little cash is there with the truckers, that is being used to purchase the diesel. And most of the long haul movement is almost stopped. The short haul movement is there, where the truck can move in a day or two to its destination. Further, the earlier, like it was 20,000 rupees per week, the withdrawal limit was there. Now it is 50,000, but it hardly suffices to run a truck. More than 80% of the operational cost of a truck is cash based, be it purchase of diesel, be it tolls, and other incidental expenses like labor, loading, unloading, then the food at dhabas. We have been getting reports like most of the drivers are like stranding their vehicles at the dhabas and moving out because they don't have the cash to feed themselves, and that is a very situation that is very much serious in nature and concern to us, because if the drivers are not available, the fleet itself won't move. Now, the government has been kind enough to allow us to use old currency at the petrol pumps and to make toll free. But that thing is also coming to an end from midnight of 24th of November. And again, we anticipate that the situation will come to a full circle, and there would be chaos all around, because when we have to pay toll in cash or otherwise, again that cash crunch would be there and vehicles won't be moving. Now that cash was being saved for the incidental expenses. And like the situation is getting from, say, bad to worse in a few days' time. We can see.
Mr. Gupta, stay with us. You know, we're going to assess how the situation is going to be once perhaps the demonetization impact of the currency eases a bit. But I'm also going to bring on board Mr. Shah. And Mr. Shah, what has your experience been? How do you think the currency demonetization has impacted your transit turnarounds, your capacity utilizations? And would you say it's been painful ever since the currency got demonetized?
See, I mean, like any other industry, you know, our industry is also facing the same problems. And more specific because we are into cash. I mean, our industry is unorganized. Even if the bigger players like us are organized, we are dealing with unorganized players, you know. So, I mean, there is a lot of cash component flowing. And it has impacted, initially there was a big impact, but the very fact that, you know, these old notes were allowed to be traded at petrol pumps and the toll was called off, you know, that has really helped us a lot. But the other impact, the negative impact which we have faced is, you know, the business has gone down because of the traders. Everybody is facing the problem. And that's why the trucks have to be stalled. The drivers have to spend a lot of time in negotiating for the cash, even for other activities apart from toll and diesel. So I think I would say it has impacted, but slowly I would say the truckers are coping up, and the extension which we expect, you know, from the government, again on toll and diesel, the liberties which they have given us may be extended for a while. Till then, the things will still be okay. But once again the toll is asked for to be paid in cash, again the problem is going to be really start. And the worst thing which we are facing right now is the withdrawal of money from our own accounts. That is the current account. That is really hampering us.
There are reports that 60% of the fleet has got jammed. Is that true?
I wouldn't call that, no, because yes, but there have been cases, and specifically there are two sets of truckers, you know, one who are attached to standard organizations, like I would say that they have a lot of breathing space, whereas some who run on the market, you know, long distance, they are really stuck up. But 60% is a tall order, I would say. I will not agree to that.
Are there any specific industries, do you think they could suffer? Are there any goods which could, categories which could suffer with the so-called jamming of the transport network?
Nothing specific, you know, because I would say that the essentials, you know, because when you are dealing with industries, organized players, so they have got their own mechanism of paying it by instant payments and all this. But the industries which are actually paying in cash, you know, like vegetables and, you know, all those, there will be some sort of a slowdown in that process. But apparently, at least we have not heard of a disruption in totality of any industry because of this shortage. There is a slowdown, definitely, all over.
What's the solution then, Mr. Shah? When do you think things will become a little close to normal?
I think it should take, as I am telling you, people are already started finding ways. Like we also, when we were earlier, we have been actually, since last 2-3 years, we have been trying to go into cashless economy. I mean, cashless transaction with drivers or truckers. It is we face a lot of resistance. But now this has compelled people to opt for all these things. And so I think once the current account withdrawals are released, I mean, liberalized, I would use the word, and toll is totally electronically done, and things, you know, like if there is a flow of cash in the market, and in the process the trucks and all these are already taking over alternative routes, I think January should be good enough for things to be near normal. I wouldn't call it 100% normal, because old habits difficult to die, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Mr. Gupta, coming on this, Mr. Shah was saying that there is a hope that some of the liberties or relaxations that have been given by the government might be extended as well. 24th is a deadline for a couple of these. How likely or how high is that probability that the relaxations might continue for the truckers industry?
So we have represented to the government and to the FM also on these issues. We have asked for increasing of the withdrawal limit from the current account to at least 5 lakhs rupees per week, and to continue with the free passage through tolls at least till December 30th. That is the date which the Honorable Prime Minister also asked from the country, so that things could ease out. We are also with the government for ushering into the cashless economy, and for that we have for a long time we have been pursuing that the government should come up with shadow tolling scheme, whereby the all toll should either be collected in the form of indirect taxation, maybe through cess or through a toll permit scheme, where there is no cash transaction at toll plazas, there is no stoppages, and there is no loss to the economy. In a recent study of IIM Calcutta, which was released in 2016, around 1,45,000 crore rupees of losses there due to fuel wastage and delays. And that is saving. That is a big saving to the country if we go into the cashless economy and indirect taxation, toll is collected through indirect taxation. And regarding the current scenario, definitely when the liquidity would ease and there would be cash flow in the market to the traders, to the transporters, the things would ease out, but it will take time. It won't go overnight. And the government is, whatever concession the government is giving in a piecemeal manner.
Right.
We expect that in the post midnight of 24th November, the government should extend the free passage through tolls and allow old currency at petrol pumps and toll plazas.
Well, let's hope that happens as well. I just have one small point, Mr. Shah. Your business also involves supplying essential commodities from the metros to a lot of tier 2, tier 3 towns.
Right.
I'm guessing that would have been impacted. So is there, to your sense, because you would have your pulse on the ground, is there a crunch of essential commodities supplies to tier 2, tier 3, 3 or 4 towns and villages as well?
At least I have not experienced, because we are, when you're talking of VTrans, we are more into industrial segment, SME segment and large house. So there is slowdown all over. Obviously the retail business, which we, in our common transport parlance, we call it to-pay paid business, has gone down 80-90% straightway. So obviously the end users, maybe, people are not sending goods, which were normally traded on to-pay paid, cash basis. So obviously at the end of the day, some consumers may not get the material they want. But at our level, we have not experienced anything, the breaks or something like that. But essence is, which I'm repeating, that the cash business, which used to be substantial, on ground level basis, has come down greatly.
Okay. Mr. Gupta, what was the presentation made by the Transport Union to the Finance Minister, and have you sought any relief measures from the ministry?
Yeah, when we met the FM, we have apprised him of the ground situation, and he really empathized and listened to us patiently. And we have asked the minister that first of all the withdrawal limit should be increased to 5 lakh rupees per week for this particular segment, considering it as a special segment providing essential services to the nation. Secondly, we asked for free passage of toll till December 30th. We have also asked to write down to the financial institution and the insurance company to postpone the installments and premium by 3 months and to waive off the interest component thereof. There is also a situation where national permits which are being taken by the trucks is not accepted in cash or online. So that facility should be made available to the transporter, so that whatever if they want to use old currency for renewing their permits and other taxes at the transport department, that should be allowed to them. These are the few measures we have proposed to the government, and we hope that government would listen to them in right earnest.
All right, gentlemen, appreciate your time. Well, as of now, we can talk about the pain, but if you look at the long-term gain, I guess the long-term gain will clearly outweigh the short-term pain. There is a reboot, there are challenges, there would be issues. It's very hard to fathom that what would be the real impact on earnings, demand, consumption, because we've never seen a scenario like this. So all of us are assuming, but for the moment, we have to live with it. Let's take a break. Nifty is struggling, and when we come back, we'll stay with the story.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to talk about demonetization and get it demystified. Get your queries answered by top finance experts today on BNSN at 11:45. Write in to us at bnsn@etnow.tv or SMS BNSN with your name and query to 58888 or call us at 022-248-37111. Connect with us at Facebook as well, facebook.com/etnow.